Hello, Trunks again here with you for the Art Soundoff challenge. Last year's Art Soundoff, because I had to miss a month of creating stuff because I'd had a Crohn's flare-up and new Crohn's medicine that wasn't working well with me, and then I got a cold. A little bit worse. I've already got vlogs talking about all the medical issues. Basically, I'd been in the hospital more than once this year, like 4 times, plus some time in a convalescent home. So, yeah, I missed a lot of anything this year. I'm not just creating stuff. I missed some life stuff this year. And it's just something that's really bugged me. I'm not complaining about it just because, you know, some stuff that I wanted to do and I didn't get to do it. But on the creating side, I had to miss that time. I had no option this time. There was nothing I could take. There was nothing I could do. I lost time, my belly button, and it just kind of bothered me that I didn't have the energy to draw anything. I had access to pen and paper, and I could just doodle something. I didn't even have last year I didn't have the energy because I was sick. This time I didn't have the desire. And I'm still trying to get myself back into a rhythm. I had a few months to start getting back into stuff. It was this week or last week, finally starting doing comic reviews. No, it was this week. Finally started doing comic reviews again. When I finally got back in, I started doing the articles and the morning article link. And then just this week, I got the comic reviews in again. And sorry, a little bit of yes. So I missed articles. I missed topic. Sorry, I'm tired now too. There were things that went on this year that I completely missed out on. Things that I didn't. Well, I'm still trying to work my schedule. I can check in with Twitter and email and everything else and see what's been going on in the entertainment world that I need to comment on or whatever. I missed the whole where's the free use thing that was hitting YouTube. I could have written an interesting piece on that. I didn't even know what happened. Like, there's probably things that happened in the entertainment world this year that I still don't know about. And it's tough to miss out on just everything. I didn't have the desire to. I wasn't even coming up with comic ideas. And you think something good, interesting would have come out of the fact that I've spent out of all the time I spent in the hospital, but it didn't. The first comic back was about what my characters did on vacation during all the time I was away. It's just, it's tough. It's tough enough to want to do things and just not have the energy or the frame of mind or the mental energy to do it. It's something completely different. We just don't have the desire. And that just bothered me to not have the desire to do the things that I like to do, writing articles, making comics, the video stuff. I just didn't have it for months. I mean, yeah, you can say, well, it's like, it's one thing to say you just don't want to because your side is killing you or whatever, but just not have the desire to do what you really enjoy. It bothers me. I don't know if it scares me necessarily, but it definitely bothers me that it happened, and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, I had to have 2 surgeries and a lot of bed rest when I got home, and in bed, sleeping, or just lying there on the recliner or the couch or whatever, watching television. I actually got into watching Property Brothers. And there's not much to watch on hospital TV, and my dad has been redoing the house the way we always wanted to. We couldn't because my mom was too sick, and now that she's gone, he's doing all this stuff to try to, you know, pull together, I guess. All the projects they wanted to do and couldn't. I mean, we'd rather have her, but this is, I guess, I don't know, would you call it the consolation prize? Is that just not that good, right? I don't know. But it's things that we've wanted to do, and the house looks better. She'd love it. But that meant I was watching quite a bit of HGTV, and I really got into Property Brothers, Fixer Upper, to a lesser extent, Flip or Flop, but not too much. And I'll still watch like Property Brothers and Fixer Upper. Weird shows that I normally wouldn't be interested in. I was watching out of curiosity because that's what was going on in our house, and it's kind of a different way of being creative. But that was the closest thing I had to any creative anything. I had no creative thoughts. I had no creative desires. I didn't have an urge to draw anything. I mean, my uncle got me a book of different kinds of puzzles. I didn't want to. I'm not done any of them. I just did not have any desire to do anything. I don't know if any of you have ever been in that situation where you've been so sick that you just haven't had the desire to. You haven't had a single creative thought or a single creative urge. You know, something that's really out of character for you. It's certainly out of character for me. I've always got different kind of story ideas running in my head, and character ideas and everything else, and commentaries that I want to write, and things I want to reviews that I'm writing in my head. But for pretty much the majority of winter and part of spring, I had none of this. Even when I got out of the hospital from the reconnection surgery, I had no interest to try to get back to it. I was still thinking of things. But during this month time, from January to like April, I had nothing. Even things that maybe I wanted to write down someday, or I had nothing at all. And that is so not what goes on in my head. You ever had that? You ever had just a point in your life where you had nothing? And I mean, yeah, I didn't have too many ideas when I was mourning my mom's passing last year. So that was like a month, but that's understandable. But I've been sick before and still wanted to do something, or at least have thoughts towards in my head. I had nothing, and it's just gives you an idea of just how sick I was. And I shouldn't, but I still keep thinking of all the ideas that I missed out on, all the work that I could have done, found a way to do, but I didn't want to. I honestly didn't want to. All I wanted to do was sit there and watch television. I mean, even after the reconnection surgery, I wanted to sit there and watch TV. I had to get myself back into doing BW stuff. But the comics had to wait until I could lift the boxes again, go through my comics. But I still had ideas going through my head. Be watching a show of some kind, and then I'd get story ideas in my head, like what would some of my characters do in that situation? And I went months with nothing. It just feels strange to me. The more I think about it, maybe I need to not think about it. Focus on what I couldn't do, what I didn't get to do, and just focusing on what I can do now. All I got left is the surgical scar from the first surgery and the few scars from the robotic surgery when they reconnected me, because they were going to do robotic surgery before, and then I had to go in. And then a week early, I had to go in for because my insides got that bad. So I got the scar from that. That's where I lost my belly button, and I still have a few scars from the robotic surgery. And well, some of them will heal because they're scabbed up or getting scabbed up. The hole where the colostomy bag was connected, that's more or less closed up. And just visiting nurse will come and let me know if that's okay. It's just strange. Like I said, I need to stop thinking about what I didn't get to do because I didn't have the desire to. Because I had nothing. Weird to have nothing in my head. And sometimes I have the natural sound machine or the air conditioner to help me go to sleep because it's something I can focus my head on. And sometimes even that doesn't work. I'll be lying there in bed for another hour coming up with fake interviews, reviews, ideas, stories. I'll sometimes wake up after a dream. I'll still be continuing the dream in my head. Sometimes by adding new characters. See, that's the thing. It's the thing that I can't get over. It's just a drive in me. And I went months without it. But that was then. That's what I couldn't do. What can I do now? I can get back to writing. I can get back to my drawing practice and improving my art skills. I can get back to coming up with ideas for actual stories and getting to do more than just the things I do now. Doing full-on, regular comic stories. Maybe even a web series that isn't just some parody thing. It is actually the kind of adventure stories that I want, superhero adventure stories I want to write. But so I need to stop focusing on what I didn't get to do. I can do stuff now. I have stories in my head again. I've got a desire to draw. I've got a desire to write. I've got a desire to do things. Now I can do them again instead of worrying about that I couldn't do them before. I need to get to them now. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to close this out now. If you want to check out everybody else doing the Art Soundoff, because there's some really awesome people doing it, check out the Twitter hashtag Art Soundoff. There was some other event called Art Soundoff, so pay attention to what's the Art Soundoff challenge, what's this other Art Soundoff event. You can learn more at leaningtoart.com/artsoundoff. And of course, you can follow my nonsense at bwspotlight.com. And with that, I leave you and wish you happy creating.